Hi, hello. Don't worry, I haven't gotten rid of the coming up sign. It's right there. Now I know you're probably thinking, wait, another fourth wall break? Who does this Brit think he is? Deadpool? I wish. But no, just here to provide a brief disclaimer. The following video has been through several versions and I've given this one the golden ticket, having removed the specific mention of individuals I was ultimately responding to. But don't worry, most people will guess them within the first 3 minutes. I just want to reiterate, this is not a video with intent to bully, so don't use it as such. This is simply a response to the entitled who's and whatsits on the HEALER strike who have walked into a cinema, disliked the film that was playing, and rather than leave, they are nonsensically demanding the film has changed. Enjoy. How's it going, Warriors Alike? I'm If, the most offensive ladderfell on the internet, and today we're being a little naughty. It's been a while since I pulled the gloves off to bare knuckle a Dunkluck, but having seen this everywhere now, I feel it's only necessary. It's not bullying if it's constructive criticism after all, and oh boy do I like to criticize, specifically hypocrisy, but sometimes I just like to poke my head where I don't belong to ruffle a few feathers, or perhaps catty-womp myself into a little fisticuffs. Now if you haven't guessed it already, I'm about to launch an indiscriminate attack on this bloody HEALER strike. Why? Because it's dumb and irrelevant, built on arguments with foundations made of paper, and wholly illogical, and also because I haven't been accused of rage bait in a while. And this is baitier bait than a YouTube apology video. And yes, I promise I will try to keep it slow and understandable for those not invaded by Vikings first. First, a little background. Healers have always been a crucial part of Final Fantasy XIV, fighting to keep Jerry's alive through the toughest of battles. However, the Dawntrail expansion has allegedly simplified the healer role, making it about as engaging as a Russell Brand political preach. This frustration has led to the Tiddlywomps throwing their toys out the pram and going on strike, refusing to queue for duties, with their main demands being more required healing, a more diverse DPS rotation, and less job homogenization. Now my first approach to this video was to take some of the more popular tweets and Reddit posts and tear them apart like a fly earth statement, but it felt a little too close to bullying, considering that even if I censored the name, someone could research the post word for word and still find them. Not saying you guys would, but I'm a considerate little butterfly, you know? Honestly, it largely doesn't matter. Checking the post histories of the main players in this shambolic display of poppycock, what do you find? Well, the obvious. Older posts complaining about nothing and no one synergizing well, and then recent posts complaining about the 2-minute meta. I think that qualifies them as the politically correct term. Oh wait, yeah, fucking stupid. And no surprise there, some people only know how to complain, and this really is a dumb approach. First, the impact.
Wait, what impact?
Exactly, have a cookie, kind sir.
Is that how I get paid? Well, it's better than nothing.
Sorry. I don't like to reuse voice actors. Yeah, I did get that email on environmentally friendly ways of getting rid of them. You see, I hate to point out the obvious. Wait, no I don't, that shit's like crack to me. Final Fantasy XIV is incredibly popular, and even if a portion of healers strike, it's unlikely to cause significant delays in dungeon queues. Plus, with the duty support system, players can use NPCs for most content, reducing the strike's potential impact. The only real impact of this strike is that the vocal minority find out they are in fact the vocal minority, and then of course spit out their dummies and fall back into the elitist spirals of yesteryear. Throwing Reddit tier slurs like normie and treating casual players like they're somehow beneath them. I haven't seen this big an ego problem on someone since fucking Desolence. Thanks, Dinos. That was over 6 hours of video. I do not regret watching. God, I hate drama. But I love watching and reading about it. It's like the first time I introduced myself to the couple I've been watching having sex from a tree 400 yards away. Hi there. Long time watcher. First time breaking in. Actually, the screaming kind of makes sense now. But I digress. Second, it feels premature. The strike is happening early in the Dawntrail lifecycle. Yoshi P has acknowledged the player feedback and has committed to addressing job design in 8.0, with 7.0 being reserved for improving the PvE content and experience. Striking now because someone completed a dungeon without a healer, a feat that has almost always been possible in dungeons. Hey look, you can replace the tank and DPS with all healers and finish a dungeon. I guess everyone should go on strike, right? Right? You might be jumping the gun a little there, Jimothy Kimmel Schmidt, the white mage man. Why not smoke some of that blood lily and chill the fuck out? Your incessant screaming is waking the children. Oh, the children are still God fuck now, look what you've done. The least you can do is hit that like button whilst I pacify this little shit screecher. And hey, why not subscribe as well? I'm a veteran trapped in a Lalafell's body looking for a homey sexual experience. And you can give me that and much more by joining the channel and funding my slow descent into madness. I'm teeing up for a bigger media covered breakdown than Britney Spears, and you're gonna get more than just a pussy flash in a limo when I eventually hit my peak. What happens when you mix DID with chronic unfiltered depression and loneliness? Let's find out. Anyways, back to the video. This shit just fuels complete and utter community division. Not that it wouldn't already exist, but this makes it worse and infinitely more polarizing. It's like the existence of cunts who put pineapple on pizza, just deliberately rocking the fucking boat when it's already got a hole in it and all rugged and have been piled up at the back. Strikes can, will, and fucking have created testicular torsion. Sorry, wrong script. Strikes can, will, and fucking have created tension between different player groups. Some players, judged to be more sane and level-headed, myself included, see this as an overreaction from the children who use macros to say hi and party chat ironically, antisocial fucks they are, which naturally leads to there being virtually no real support for their cause. Now, it's of course virtually impossible to unite the community. We have casual, soft, mid, and hardcore players, all with varying levels of virginity and hygiene to cater to, and things like this tend to emerge from a microcosm of this player base who have nothing better to do than to complain the game is too simple and easy, whilst running add-ons that simplify and let me check my notes real quick. Ah yes, make things fucking easy. So, what are the alternatives? Here are a few constructive ways these healers can voice their concerns. First, and what is apparently the hardest thing to fucking do, provide structured and constructive evidence-based feedback that isn't just screaming in all caps to an echo chamber of the butthurt. Do this through official forums and surveys. Specific, actionable suggestions are more likely to be considered by the developers. And second, patience and engagement is infinitely better than being a cunt not queuing for content, than getting angry that no one notices you not queuing for content. Participate in upcoming patches and changes. Developers often adjust based on ongoing feedback. Engaging with it actually helps you conduct my first suggestion effectively. Hey, look at that. Maturity works sometimes, kind of. Try it sometimes, honestly. You'll spend less time hating the universe for putting a Taco Bell close enough to prevent you ever getting a girlfriend or boyfriend. We don't judge here at me writing this script. Now, the few supporters there are for this notion right now, yes, don't worry, I can smell you, argue that strikes bring immediate visibility and pressure on developers. Oh, you don't say? Oof. You must have a shopping list of changes you've successfully pushed through in recent memory, being this bratty then, no? No. But you have. Seriously, let me take you on a journey. You cried about OGCDs not synergizing well, and in response they gave you that synergy in the form of the 2-minute meta, which you now cry about. You cried about stats like accuracy existing, forcing you into having to slot for it, so they removed it, and now you cry stats are too simple. You cried about having to level certain jobs to unlock powerful abilities, so they simplified it and gave you role abilities, which you now cry about. You cried about the existence of TP and how it felt painfully restrictive, so they removed it. Now you complain melee is too easy. I'm not going to continue, but these are genuine examples of the post histories you can find on Reddit from some of the main players in this stupid debate. These people are not genuine and do not know how to compliment anything. They simply create and propagate friction for everything and anything to feel relevant. Balancing immediate action with long-term constructive engagement is crucial. Change often requires patience and continued dialogue. Dialogue being the key word there. The strike, boycott, and bubbly bullshit helps no one, but it gets a few clicks, and I suppose that's why it's gotten the attention and been farmed the way it has. I'm just tired of seeing points like this being made, yet when you go to these posts, tweets, videos, expecting a point and pounce with evidence, there's none. It's just someone pointing at Xenos re-DPSing a dungeon at the media talk, which is a double dip of derp and disingenuous. Xenos is a pro who plays Final Fantasy XIV for a living, and he did this alongside others with no doubt comparable game time. It's also not even the first time something like this has happened, so why are these idiots pretending it is? Pretending that didn't happen before because you're mad you didn't get a few extra DPS buttons is a special kind of snowflakery designated for the North Pole affairs. AVCap recently cleared a dungeon with all healers. Weird, didn't see any tank and DPS strikes coming out of that, but of course I wouldn't. It didn't trend the same way this did. To recap, while the frustration is understandable, this strike will achieve nothing. And frankly, I don't even believe half these people are actually refusing to queue. It reminds me of all the people who claim to be quitting and refunding after the Endwalker delay. On a scale of 1 it didn't happen, that didn't fucking happen the most. How about we drop this toddlers and tiaras behavior and move towards providing constructive feedback and engaging with the development process? It's an essential step towards meaningful change, and hey look, you don't look like a cunt doing it. Anyways, that's enough moulding from me. What do you think about the healer strike? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's engage in constructive dialogue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content on Final Fantasy XIV. And click this, because you've just seen me angrily rant and roast for 8 minutes straight. Perhaps you need a change of pace. Boy, I know I do.